Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and it's been about a week or so since I've been here, and I took that time to create more content, more sequences for you guys, and just to sort of take a little break, and it feels good to be back. The practice today is a morning yin yoga sequence. This is a full body practice. It's a really great way to ease into your day. It's deep, it's nourishing, and I guarantee you will feel refreshed and just have a better day because of it. Doing yin first thing in the morning is so beneficial because the body is still cold, so it allows for a little bit of tighter pull on those ligaments, which will help to increase your flexibility and mobility over time. You will need 2 blocks or a pillow, whichever one you have handy will do. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you on the mat. So we'll start off today in a wide-legged fold. So let's extend the left leg and the right leg out to the side. And then what I like to do is I just sprinkle my fingertips in front and behind and scooch myself forward on either side. So your legs are nice and relaxed. You're not engaging them, and you can allow the feet to flop in or turn in. You just don't want to be controlling and tensing the legs. From here, you can walk your hands forward any amount, or maybe coming down onto your forearms. So coming into our last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. Really fill up through the back body. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Very gently from here, push into the palms, walk yourself all the way back up. Maybe taking your hands underneath your knees, help to close the legs. Just wrap your arms around your knees and rock side to side here for a moment. And then we'll make our way into a child's pose from here. So let's find ourselves in all fours. So from your tabletop position, all fours, extend your legs out wide, bring the knees out wide, big toes to touch the back of the mat. Sending your hips back towards your heels as you walk your palms forward. So for today, we're going to bring the forehead to the floor, but turn the palms to face up so that the stretch comes into the underarm. And as much as you're thinking about breathing into the belly, really think about taking that breath into the side body and the back body. It's a nice, expansive breath. Coming into our last few breaths here, if you'd like, you can press your palms into the floor for these last few breaths. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale, fill up. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Gently lift the gaze from here. Walk your forearms in, come forward, close the knees, allow the bellies to drape over the thighs. Just take a moment here. So from here, pushing yourself all the way up into that tabletop position again and tucking your toes under. So I didn't forget about toe squat. From here, it's bearing your weight back onto your heels and then dragging your pinky toes forward. So let's draw the shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze nice and tight, and on the exhale, drop the shoulders down and away. Trying not to tense the shins, just allowing them to relax. Taking a few neck rolls, so dropping the left ear to the left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder, bringing the head back, left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder, and back. Let's switch directions. So right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder, and drop back. One more, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder, and back. Doing the same thing, but with the wrists this time. So making a fist with your right hand, take your left hand and take your middle finger and your thumb and wrap it around your right wrist. So you're locking your fingers on your wrist. From here, we're just going to rotate the wrist a couple of times in one direction. And switching directions. Let's do this on the other side. So make a fist with the left hand. Right hand wraps around the left wrist or right fingers. And making some rotations. And switching directions. Gently release. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Gently open the eyes, rock forward, plant the palms, and untuck the toes. Maybe rotate through the ankles, wiggle the toes. Maybe tap the toes on top of the mat. And we'll counter stretch that now. So this time you're pressing your toenails into the floor, and I'm actually going to demonstrate this one with blocks in case you'd like to do this variation as well. So pressing your toenails into the floor and bearing your weight back onto your heels. So you might already be feeling a stretch, top of the shin and top of the foot. If you're looking for a little bit more, you can always draw your knees up towards your chest, like so. If this is not in your practice, Placing your knees on the block does the same thing. And then bearing your weight back onto your heels. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Take a nice big inhale. And sigh it out. If you are on the blocks, gently removing the blocks, rock forward, and rotate those ankles. Extending one leg back, and the other. And so toe squat is really great for opening up the back line of the body, helping to open up the hamstrings. So now we're going to move into dangling, and maybe let me know in the comments if you feel a difference in your dangling having done toe squat before. So let's bring our feet to about hips width distance apart. Nice generous bend in the knees. So your belly is draping on top of your thighs. And you have the option to place your hands on blocks, remembering the blocks have 3 heights, so totally up to you. If you're not using the blocks, you're just allowing the head to drop. And then just notice if you're rocking your weight too far forward into the ball of the foot, or in the ankles, the heels. And just trying to find a nice balanced state in the feet. And the key in this pose is to really let the head go. The skull is about an extra 12 to 15 pounds of weight. Remembering the breath. Come into our last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths, and for these ones, maybe you sprinkle your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift the gaze, pull the fingers back. And sigh it out, relax. One more inhale, lift, pull the fingertips back. And exhale, sigh it out. From here, we'll bring the knees to the floor, keeping one block with you or your pillow, and we'll come to lay on our backs. So laying all the way down onto your back. So finding a happy baby, opening up through the groin, utilizing a block. So you don't have to use it. I'll just demonstrate if you would like to. So pushing down into your feet, pick up your hips and slide the block underneath your bum. So where the block is right now doesn't so much matter because you're going to be adjusting it when you draw the feet up. So let's draw the knees in towards the chest. And you'll notice the block is digging into my low back and it's uncomfortable. So I'm just going to move it away slightly so that it's more towards the edge and it's sort of acting as a kickstand to help push my hips forward to make this a little bit less strenuous and a little bit more comforting. I'm going to grab a hold of the pinky toe edges of my feet and find that happy baby. Finding your last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale, push the feet into the hands as you resist pulling down on the hands. And exhale, release. One more inhale. And sigh it out. Gently release the grip on the feet. We're going to keep the legs nice and wide. We're just going to flush that through. So draw the legs down. Bring the heels to touch if you can. And then bring the legs back up. One more out. Nice big circle. Bring the heels to touch if you can. And right back up. And the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Remove the block. Bring your hips back down to the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest. We'll just briefly drop the knees to the right for a moment. And to the left. Bring the knees back through center. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. Give yourself a nice big hug and a squeeze, nice and tight here. You can lift your head, neck, and shoulders if you'd like. For 3. For 2. Take a nice big inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release. Extend your legs out wide, arms out wide for your Savasana. I'm going to find reclined tree today. Inviting movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers, the toes, rotate the ankles, the wrists. Let's reach the arms up overhead for a nice little long body stretch. And on the exhale, let it go. And the knees, one by one, rolling over onto your side. You can cradle the head in the upper arm. And then very gently pushing yourself all the way up to a seat. So with your eyes closed, just humbly bow your chin in towards your chest. Take one final cleansing breath here. Nice big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Gently opening the eyes. I hope you enjoyed this morning yin yoga practice, and also let me know if your dangling pose felt a little bit different having done toe squat beforehand. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, share it with friends and family. It does help with the longevity of my channel, and I will see you back here again soon for another practice.